Hi everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Ellenderry. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I'm here to help you establish and maintain a consistent speak out home practice routine. It is so important that everyone with Parkinson's, that you're evaluated by a speak out provider, that you determine whether or not you're a candidate for speak out therapy. Some people aren't, but I think everyone should have an evaluation. It's great to get a baseline measurement. And then if you would benefit from speak out therapy, part of the program, a critical piece of the program, is to establish a consistent speak out home practice routine, because it's something that you're going to have to do for the rest of your life in order to maintain your speech and your swallowing at its very best. So that's what we're going to go through the speak out exercises today, and the topic is spring. Everybody say spring with intent. Ready? Spring. Now really get the word in front of you. Ready? Spring. Let's go ahead and spell spring with intent. Every number, lifting every number in front of us. Ready? S-P-R-I-N-G. Let's spell it again. Don't let it trail off. Ready? S-P-R-I-N-G. And during every session, we smile with intent. Ready? Let's all smile with intent for a second or two. I know it's so silly, and if you're new to these sessions, because we record all of these sessions, Elizabeth or Sandy, they need to get a picture of me because I'm always talking or moving my hands. They can't get a good thumbnail for the recording, and that's why we started smiling with intent for a second or two. But it's really good practice for all of you with Parkinson's, and I encourage you to do that in front of a mirror, because the way that our mouth and our facial muscles are moving, it doesn't always feel the same way to the person with Parkinson's as it looks. So we're trying to connect what it feels like to how it actually looks so that you can make the appropriate adjustments. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water. Okay. We're going to start with the first speak out exercise. Lift your voice and project it forward. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Really exaggerate. Ready? May, me, my, mo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Now you try one on your own. I'll cue you, but you do it on your own and see if you can do it as strong or even stronger without me. Ready? Very good. All right. That's a good exercise to do sometime. You can even turn down the volume so that you don't hear me and see if you can keep it as strong. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water. With spring comes allergies, and mine are really bad today, so I'm praying that I don't start coughing, but I'll do the best I can. All right, next speak out exercise, the ah, okay? Project it. Make sure you're lifting and projecting it forward. Ready? Good. Let's do it again. Nice and easy, okay? Good. Again. Make sure your mouth stays open and the sound is always in front of you. If it starts to draw back, which is what happens with Parkinson's, it wants to all talk from here. So when you feel it starting to go to the back of your throat instead of in front, try to regroup, try to adjust, make it go in front. But if it keeps going back, it's better just to stop. Okay? Don't keep squeezing the sound out when it's back here. But mentally, try to get it in front of you as best you can. You start feeling it go this way, make it go out. Let's do one more. Good. Let's take a sip of water with intent. So when you're doing these exercises, you are strengthening the muscles you use for speaking and swallowing. But in doing these exercises, you're really trying to get the voice in front of you. Speak out. That's the name of the program. I'm doing it in conversation. So really concentrate. Let's move on to the next exercise, the glide. Project out an ah and then glide up. Ready? Nice and even. We're controlling our voice too. Let's do it again. You're going up and down, but the sound is in front of you. Let's do it again. Notice that my mouth really isn't moving. It's open the whole time. It's not your mouth, or sometimes people are very tense and they close their eyes. This should not be working. It's the breathing muscles and the vocal folds. So we want to be relaxed and the mouth is open the whole time. And let your breathing muscles and vocal folds do the work. Don't think about it. Just focus on speaking out. But the mouth should be open. Let's do it again. Good. Let's do one more. Very good. Let's all take a sip of water. You know, when you go through a speak out therapy, it's not like you go through that first month of therapy and then that's it. You're in the program for a lifetime. And to be honest, if you really work on it, every year you can be getting better and better. All the progress doesn't happen in the first month because it's really hard. It's really hard. And you're also fighting against the progression of Parkinson's. So this is why it is so important that you have a speak out provider that you're working one-on-one with. And you're going back to that provider every 6 months. The same for physical therapy, by the way. We only do speech, but it's the same for physical therapy. You're always going back, and at that next 6 months, you think and you talk to your therapist, could I bump this up to the next level? Could I get it even stronger? Okay? Next exercise, counting. Lift and project your voice over your computer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's go backward. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Go ahead and take a sip of water. All right. The topic today is spring. Thank you to Lisa, who prepared this for us. Describe these flowers, everybody, with intent. Use your very best voice. What kind of flowers are they? Describe the colors. Go ahead. Very good. Let's read these sentences twice. The second time, use more intent. Ready? Spring begins in the middle of March. Exaggerate the highlighted words. Again, spring begins in the middle of March. The next one. It is the season between winter and summer. Again, it is the season between winter and summer. Next, animals come out of hibernation. Again, animals come out of hibernation. Tell me what you know about this animal, not just from the picture. How much do you think this animal weighs? Where would you see one? Where do they live? Talk about this animal with intent. Use your very best voice and try to project it forward over your computer. Go ahead. Describing pictures is a great way to start transitioning your intentional speech to real-life conversation, which is what our goal is. Look through magazines and describe pictures. Let's read this sentence. Trees are budding and flowers are blooming. Again, Trees are budding and flowers are blooming. Take a sip of water. We will move on to the conversation exercise. Look at this. What is the category? And name 2 additional items for this category. So we'll read the first 2 together, and then you fill in the blanks with 2 more. Here we go. Flowers, green grass. Looks like things related to spring. Let's do it again. We'll read the first 2 together, and then you complete the blanks with two other items related to spring. Ready? Flowers, green grass. My husband, as y'all know, went from being a software engineer to becoming a beekeeper. So his bee season is just about to go wild. Let's go ahead. We'll read the first 2 here together, and then you fill in the blanks. Ready? Tulips, daffodils. Did you speak out? Let's do it again with more intent. Ready? Tulips, daffodils. All right. Let's say Dr. Boone's words with lots of intent. Ready? Gula gan ga ga. Exaggerate. Gula gan ga ga. Next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Again. Ku ka mangu ka. Next one. Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. We had a question come in about someone wanting more information about why their husband's voice feels louder to him than it actually sounds to everybody else. So I want to direct, and we're going to email that person back, but this is our website, okay? Scroll down, and you will see right here on the right the Learn About Parkinson's webinar. Click on that, and here's the video. It is so important that all of you have watched this webinar. It is critical. You will not make as good a progress if you don't take an hour and watch the webinar. And you should watch it every year also. It's that important. When Dr. Boone taught my staff and myself about intent, honestly, it took, I heard him lecture so many times. But I would say 4 or 5 times where then it finally clicked and I got it. And so you need to watch the Learn About Parkinson's webinar. Your spouse, your children, grandchildren, close friends, those friends that are, you see at church every week, you go to coffee together, you have breakfast together, you see your neighbors. They need to watch it too. It is a good webinar, and so I'm asking Elizabeth to post the link, and if you have not done that, or if it's been, over a year since you've watched it, watch it again. All right, here's the bell. We're going to do the bonus reading. I love this. When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed. It's just an excerpt, so if you want to read the full poem, you could Google it, and this is a great way to practice speaking with intent and build strength and endurance. Let's read this together. Ready? When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed. Okay, before we go on, That's the rhythm. We're going to do it with that much intent. Let's start over. Ready? When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed, and the great star early drooped in the western sky in the night, I mourned, and yet shall mourn with ever-returning spring. Ever-returning spring, Trinity sure to me you bring. Lilac blooming perennial and drooping star in the west. Now that is very, very challenging. If you can read something like this using your very best voice, believe me, you can carry on a conversation with intent. Let's try it again, and then I encourage all of you to download today's reading material and practice this poem. Ready? When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed, and the great star early drooped in the western sky in the night. Everybody say, in the night. Again. In the night. Again. In the night. And that's how I would practice if you're on your own. Keep going. I mourned, and yet shall mourn with ever-returning spring. Keep going. Ever-returning spring. Trinity sure to me you bring. Say this. To me you bring. Everyone? To me you bring. Good. Lilac blooming perennial and drooping star in the west. We went over a little bit on our time, but hopefully you got an idea of how you can really improve your speech, and the same muscles you use for speaking are the ones you use for swallowing. It's important. Practice, 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 and then practice some more. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.